Hello Aquarius, how are you? This is Tarot Messenger with your relationship reading for July 2021. And Aquarius, I tried a couple of times to do your reading and I kept getting a lot of mixed signals. It wasn't coming in very clear. So what I did is I just put the whole reading out in front of me to take a really good look at what's going on. And what I'm feeling, Aquarius, is that this was the first card out, the star card. So I got the feeling that you were hoping that the relationship was going to work out between you and this person. But I feel like no matter how hard you try, and I do feel like you've gone to the end of the world, or you would be willing to go to the end of the world for this person. But no matter what you do, it just always ends up in this conflict. And I've been picking up on just a lot of turmoil and maybe a lot of arguing, or right when you feel like things are going to work out for you, Aquarius, I feel like it breaks down and you get let down every time, right? Because I feel like you've been working really hard in this situation and it continues to be a letdown, right? I'm picking up on a lot of burnout and a feeling of depression and just disgust, because I'm picking up that your partner makes promises that they can't keep, or they keep telling you that, just to hang on a little bit more, everything's going to be great, but then it ends up in a big disappointment again. Okay, so that's what I'm picking up here. Yeah, I just kind of feel like there was a lot of promises there, Aquarius, and your partner's just not coming through, or you guys are experiencing a lot of barriers. And as I said, I kind of feel like, you'd go to the end of the world for this person, Aquarius, but the energy just keeps getting, thrown out of proportion. Those are the words that are coming in. I just kind of feel like you've been trying and trying and nothing works, right? And I do feel like there's been some deception here. And I feel like that karma energy, or the energy of the judgment card here, is really coming home to roost now, right? I feel like karma is hitting your partner, or it's hitting the relationship to the point where it's moving you in a different direction. And this was one of the first cards that came out, Aquarius. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And there is a strong feeling here that it is time to move on. I did pick up that there was children involved in this situation. And there is a lot of energy here to indicate that there is a fire sign. I am picking up on a Sagittarius energy. But yeah, I do feel like the children have been through a lot as well. And I feel like now you're, Aquarius, you feel like it's time to get to a point where you feel more harmonious and just safer in general, right? Because there is a feeling of fear is what I'm picking up. Like you fear for your safety. For those of you who have children, I feel like you're feeling deeply that you need to get them to safety. Okay? So yeah, and that Four of Cups energy, I'm picking up, I know this is a water sign, but I'm picking up on a lot of Virgo energy with this Four of Cups. And I am feeling a lot of melancholy. I do feel also, Aquarius, that you've been waiting around for a long time. And your partner's just not coming through, right? Or perhaps your partner is far away and they keep telling you that they're going to come and be with you and it just never happens. All right, I am also picking up on some messages that are coming through to you, Aquarius, but at this point, I just kind of feel like you don't care, or you're just so burnt out, you don't have the energy to move forward. Okay. There was a message here from the romance angels to make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So what I feel with this is that it's time to release any energy that's not serving you, Aquarius, but it's also time to start taking steps towards getting yourself to a place that's healthier. Because sometimes we can get stuck and we just feel very melancholy and we feel like it's the end of the world and there's nowhere to go from here. But if you start taking small little steps towards changing the situation, maybe moving to a new place, or perhaps it's a financial burden that you're experiencing right now, taking little steps towards a better situation, well, I feel like it'll change your mood, or it'll just completely change the outcome. Okay? Things will start happening for you in a more positive realm. Okay? So what I'm going to do is open a couple of these cards. We have the Star card there, 10 of Wands, and the World card, the 5 of Wands. So I'm going to open the Star card. And that's your energy there, Aquarius. Let's take a look at what is going on. Spirit is telling me to look deeper into the meaning of that. Okay, yeah, so we have a lot of melancholy here. So I kind of feel like, Aquarius, that I'm getting a feeling that you're stuck and you don't have the energy or the gumption to lift yourself out of this situation. And for some of you, I feel like you're being restrained in a way, or your partner is not letting you move on, or I feel like they're putting a lot of restrictions on your movement, right? Like they're not letting you move on. And it's either through deception, or it could also be a physical feeling, right? Like they are physically not allowing you to move on. Okay? But yeah. All right, so yeah, again, that Virgo energy is coming up here, Aquarius. So let's take a look at that 3 of Swords energy there. And let's open that a little bit further. Yeah, same thing. So we have the 3 of Swords, and I'm picking up on your energy here, and I'm also picking up on a Sagittarius. But I also feel like there's a Libra involved in this situation. So, like I said before, Aquarius, I feel like no matter how hard you try to make this relationship work, it never happens. And I feel like there's just a lot of heartbreak and a lot of emotional investment here. But also, I feel like there's another person involved, and somebody that's just been putting a lot of ideas in your head, or I see a picture of somebody whispering in your ear, like kind of saying, don't give up, you're not looking at the whole situation, or I just feel like there are other people involved in giving you advice. And I'm feeling like that is also kind of influencing your decisions. Okay? So, yeah, a lot of heavy energy around that Three of Swords energy. So, I want to open this energy a little bit further of the Page of Wands and the Page of Swords. And I do get a heavy sense that there's children involved. Again, I feel like there's a lot of Virgo energy here. But let's take a further look. Oops, this just came out. Wow, yeah, okay. So definitely I feel like there's a lot of energy around your home base, right? With that Four of Wands. Again, I'm picking up on a fire sign. But I do feel like there are children involved, and the situation around your home base has come to a point where it needs to change, or something needs to be left behind, or something needs to change completely around yourself and perhaps that of your family. Okay? But also, I do feel like there is a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here. Okay, because these are two very positive cards, and I do feel like there is something in the future to look forward to in terms of relationship and also in terms of your health, because I am sensing that there has been a heavy burden in terms of your health. Perhaps you've not been feeling well, or perhaps you're getting over COVID or something like that, and I feel like that has impacted your home life as well. Okay? All right, so when I went to choose a card from the Spirit Animal Oracle, Aquarius, the card that came out is Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. And so what Bobcat Spirit is saying is to not depend so heavily on your intellect. Sometimes you have to allow yourself to be more emotional, or to depend on your intuition for your information, to allow the information to come in naturally. Spend some time alone, perhaps meditating, or perhaps making a list of pros and cons of what you need to do to change your situation. But life, it doesn't always make sense, no matter how hard we try. Also, Bobcat Spirit is the number 8 in numerology, which is the number of material wealth, and also the number of career. And there's a heavy emphasis on the physical realm, on your health, and also on your finances. So sometimes we have to get real creative to find different ways to bring ourselves out of a bad situation. Okay? Allow your intuition to give you some answers. When I went to choose a card from the numerology deck, the number 91, surrender, is the number that came out for you, Aquarius. And number 91 is also the number 1, which is also the number of new beginnings. So surrender is all about you giving the situation over to the forces, the stronger forces it be, right? So whether it be a spiritual surrender or a physical surrender, or just a reminder not to try and hold on to things that don't want to stay within your space. Okay? So yeah, now is a time to surrender trying so hard to make this relationship work. Okay? Allow it to go where it needs to go, and things will fall into place for you. All right? And then finally, from this deck that I've been working with, Aquarius, that I just absolutely love, it is called The Secret Language of Light. And the card that came out for you, Aquarius, is the number 38. Create space. And this is all about you creating a different situation for new things to come into your life. So perhaps if you need to get rid of some clutter, some physical clutter around you or some mental clutter or emotional clutter. This is all about creating the space for great love to come into your life. And the number 38 is also the number 2 in numerology, and it's about making a connection. Okay? So the number 2 is about a healthy connection, making a connection with a loved one, or just simply making a connection with yourself. But it's definitely time to start creating space for new things to come into your life. Okay? So that's all I have for you today, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. You guys take care. I'll see you next time.